What's a game? It's it's amazing, really. Wow. Okay. So it is time to do the food thing. We figured would maybe cook up some veggie slop for the masses. Because why not? Since you've been hard at work doom scrolling all day, why don't I doom scroll for you? Whee! It's true. Mhm, mhm. We need the spices. The spice. Some good old fashioned spices. Some oil. Some oil. Right, there it is. Okay. Perfect. Amazing. Mm-hmm. What should we? Let's position ourselves within the portal. Within the portal. Yes. Within the portal we shall dive. Where everything is art and we're just trying to stay alive. Trying our damnedest to just stay alive. Wow, let's add some oil. Delicious. Amazing. Yes, it's true. I no longer understand what's happening in reality anymore. It was never for me to understand. Do you understand? Do you? Let's position ourselves within the portal, shall we? Amazing. It's true. And today we are going to be making some over easy eggs. Yes, that's right. Inside of a tin can. I myself am a sardine. Welcome. Oh, welcome. Hello, everyone. Wee! Wow. It is your birthday after all. And here we are. Welcome to the 10th portal. You and your family. We're all decaying at the same rate. Amazing. Have you done your doom scrolling today? Again and again. But wait. We're here really for one reason, and one reason only. And that is to share a meal together. Yes, it's true. Let's be my Prometheus, please. Bringeth fire. Yes, amazing. Here we go. Wow. Let's cook it up, shall we? Pew, pew, pew. Now, I don't know about you, but I like my eggs to be cooked rather slowly to a gelatinous goo. And plus, I don't have a non-stick pan here. So, time is of the essence, patience is a virtue, and have I mentioned that this is the underworld? We are no longer living and breathing, but perhaps a matrix, perhaps purgatory, perhaps, wow, the human body. Here it is again, the daily birthday. For you, for you. But let's focus. Let's focus. Waiting for the pan to heat up, and that won't take very long. life form gives theirs for another. Sad but true. But if we all close our eyes and stand on our heads and hold our breath, we'll find that, well, you probably will want to relax after that because, well, it's not here or there, it's everywhere. Not quite certain if we can. Oh, there it is. Crystal clear. The crystalline tablets. Riddled with fear. But it's probably a good idea to just relax and wait. Enter the portal. Find the moment when you can let go. Today's stream of conscious is brought to you by garlic and the immune properties that we all share. Has anyone celebrated their birthday today? Hello? Has anybody celebrated their birthday? Because it's an experience, and we are finding that, yes, yes, there. Batteries are a fickle thing. Are you done doom scrolling for today? Here, let me doom scroll for you. Welcome to the 10th portal. We are making eggs. It's great. It's a great time. And life is, going down the drain, but we don't have to play that game. We can be here and now. Mhm. It's a delicious thing. And where, oh, where do you want to go from here? And where's my spoon? Friends, family, cohorts, I want to extend an invite to you to author my perception. And what exactly are we building these days? In and outside and in. Well, how is everybody's birthday going? Anybody want to jump in the chat and tell me a story while we cook eggs? I can tell you a story. Well, it happened like this. There we were, building the 10th portal. A decade flies by. And then mold sets in. And I become allergic to the world. And I have to fly very far away and try to salvage my collapsing life in a box truck. But that's neither here nor there. It's everywhere, really. And if I don't figure out this exhaust issue, I'm probably going to poison myself beyond repair. And I don't want that. I quite enjoy having a healthy human body as the next person. Yes, 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 yes. We can disattach from the portal. What's on the menu today? Well, it's good old-fashioned veggie slop and 3 eggs. Goodness gracious. Hum diddly hum. Mhm. You know, your relationship changes to electricity when you have to harvest it yourself from the sun. It's a fascinating thing. And you suddenly become aware of exactly how many watts each appliance consumes. And while attempting to not let that be a nerve-wracking thing, it can really be a liberating thing because the amount of electricity that I consume comparatively to a large functioning household is, well, sizable. And what I've learned is that you really value each and every watt. Because if you don't, then your refrigerator runs out of electricity and your food goes bad. And nobody wants that. Nobody. Nobody. Not many people. Except for houseflies, perhaps. But why do houseflies enjoy both sides of the spectrum? They like rotten food and poop, and they like fresh food. And that confuses the crap out of me. Why not pick one? I wonder which has genuinely better nutrients for the fly. Curiosities of the mind. So once again, I have successfully adhered these eggs to the bottom of the pan. One day I would splurge for a Teflon. No, I don't like Teflon. But one day I'll get something that's not so sticky. I mean, even if I find that the low temperature really helps. But when you don't have access to running water and you can't wash your dishes readily, well, you recognize that maybe being frugal is kind of the answer. The answerve. Because as soon as you have an answer, you have more questions. Some might say, what's in the slop? What's in the veggie slop? And some would reply, the Leviathan, as it is the end of days. And others would say, well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But maybe I would say sweet potatoes, zucchini, pepper, jalapeno, ginger, refried beans out of a can, refried beans straight out of a can. And the secret but yet not so secret ingredient of kale. Kale on everything. But this time around, it is collards. As long as it's green and leafy, I'ma love it, and it gon' love me. It's just how it be, how it do, and what is true. For this body, in this vessel, in this time, it's like straight up panopticon in here. Bright lights, big city, novel intriguing penitentiaries. One by one, as they come, as they fall, as we back forth, a mysterious foreshadowing covered the land, and I reached for the scissors, slowly but surely, recognizing that this here is quite the phenomena, quite the alchemical equation, quite the phenomena, quite the alchemical equation. And what I want to do is to attempt to remove the spine. Let it be my own spine. But for now, it's just the spine of the collard leaf. And maybe this like nasty gunk that seems to have grown on my growth. I'm all for the growing and maturing of the human species, but a growth on my growth, sometimes you just need to draw the line. Drawing the line. Righto. But I actually quite like the stalk. It's bitter and sweet simultaneously. And here is a pair of scissors. And we can find that it's incredibly difficult to see where the big picture is going. We would need a boardroom of fractal minds to evaluate the fractal situation that we find ourselves in currently. Because there is no human mind that can truly hold any and all of this alone. We can try, and we can hemorrhage, and then we can try, and then we can hemorrhage. But in the meantime, veggie slop is served. Do you know how hard it was to find a compost in Phoenix? Very difficult. Very difficult indeed. Today is a day of all days, a perpetual experience unlike any other. The mundane finds the magical within and without, and eventually we remember that we hid some eggshells back here. I think there was a something something with some type of intent. I do forget where we put it. That's not going to be fun to find later. It indeed will not be fun at all. But I'll smell it. That's for certain. It's true. Okay. Almost time to fuel the vessel. Almost time to consume the primary consumption sustenance for the day. For the day. I would like to refrigerate some things. This is hilarious. I wish there was a cooler, less cold light beaming from my forehead, but it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. But I can't wait to consume the food. It's going to be delicious. Doom scroll today and doom scroll tomorrow. Right. One, two, three, 14. Now, what do we do? It's true. Where do we go from here? The food is cooling down, and it is almost time to eat. Yay! What did you eat today, Visitor 10? Tell me a story, reoccurring friend. I have a funny story. I don't even know if I can tell this one. It's a strange predicament indeed. So this person had a collection of stray cats, and I guess we don't need the headlamp on anymore. But it's nice to see. You get used to having light beaming out of your forehead and everything perfectly illuminated in front of you to precise detail. It's really remarkable. I think that if I could choose one mundane superpower, that's what that would be. And maybe shooting Frank's red hot from my fingertips. Right, right. The perpetual scroll. Sometimes I wish it would just lock in place, but other times it's fun. Right, so this gentleman had a garage full of cats. He would just leave the door open. And the HOA said no way. And they eventually started fining him like $10,000 a day. And this guy was loaded, and so he foot the bill. And um, long story short, that garage has a permanent smell of, well, just imagine what 20 cats coming and going freely out of your two-car garage would smell like over years. Not pleasant, not pleasant at all. But in the meantime, I think that these people were actually, despite their wealth, they were also, um, I believe, cooking meth. and and it's funny because meth and cat pee apparently similar, and I have had no clue that this was a thing, and I was informed this later on, and I need some more Frank's Red Hot in my life. And so I'm working this estate sale, and we're trying to get all the objects out of the house. And even if this person didn't have a timeline to abide by, because they were like moving to some distant country, um, like we wouldn't have been able to estate sale in the house no matter what. Trying to figure out what why the cutting in out of the thing is happening. But so right, so there is a climax to this story, I suppose. So I walk into the house and I have TILT, toxicity induced lowered tolerance, and that's what we get when you live in a house that is like undetectably moldy for like you're just dosing yourself low dose mold over 10 years, and eventually you become sensitive to mold, and it's not fun, and but it is what it is. Life is funny, I guess. And so you kind of become like allergic to life with tilt. My world is on tilt. Toxicity induced lowered tolerance. And so I pretty much roll around with a respirator like 24/7 these days. And yeah, you won't see me here with it because that's well, we fine-tuned this box to not be reactive to the tilt. And eventually, I walk into this house, respirator around the neck. I'm like, what the hell is this smell? It smells like a weird mixture of like toothpaste, like menthol, and like incense. And you can't really, it's hard to place what exactly this other smell was. But it's time to eat. It's enough of this, and enough of that. Enough of this, and enough of that. Righto. Here we go. Quite, quite a nauseating experience. It's true. It's true. It's true. Right. And due to the fact that story on another day. Oh, goodbye, dear friend. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming to the 10th portal, and I hope you enjoy your daily birthday while I consume my food.